Hello and welcome to this review of the Alba Tablets from Argos. Now, what we're looking at here is this is the 8-inch version. Now, it does come in three different sizes. It comes in the 7-inch, the 8-inch and the 10-inch. Now, this particular tablet was brought in 2016 for Christmas, but now they have been updated and the new versions contain much better technology and they contain a new operating system. So, interestingly enough, the difference in the new versions isn't that great. Most of the gubbins inside, all the electronics, are exactly the same. The only difference between the 7 and the other two models, the 8 and the 10-inch, is the screen resolution. The screen resolution on the 7-inch is 1024 by 600 pixels, whereas the 8-inch are 1280 pixels by 800, if I remember that rightly. Yes, but other than that, everything else inside them is all the same. So you literally are, when you pay for the 7 or the 8 or the 10, you are literally paying for screen size. Other than that, all of the tablets, they come with the backlit screen, a 1.3 MediaTek 8163 quad-core processor, 1GB of RAM, an internal storage of 16GB with the option of putting in a micro SD, which is just there. So you've got the micro SD just here, you've got the 3.5mm headphone jack, a small HDMI socket to plug it into your TV, and the USB charging port, which is if you can see that's a micro USB. Now, what you get with the tablets when you buy them is you obviously get the charger, you get the socket to put the charger in, and you also get these lovely red and blue silicone gel pads. Now, I'm going to state this for the record, these are a waste of time. Don't bother with them. Make sure that when you buy one of these, you factor in the cost of a hard case. Something like that. Something that's reasonably tough, that they can slot in and it can fold out, and generally they can turn it into a stand. Like that. Something like that. They're about somewhere between £5 and £10, but make sure you factor that in, because these do not protect your tablet at all. Now, this particular tablet in the first 3 months had the screen replaced 3 times. Now, if the screen does get broken, it's not covered under warranty because the screen's broken. If it just stops working, then that is covered by warranty. But if you break the screen, you'll have to get the screen replaced. Now, the screens, what they refer to as the digitizers, they're about £10 to £15 on eBay, and that's if you can replace it yourself. Now, obviously, depending on the size of the screen, depends on how much it's going to cost you, but if you take it to somebody like a shop to repair it, or Argos, it'll be gone for a few days, or they'll have to wait for the part to come in or the digitizer to come in, and then they will charge you to fit that, and by the end of that, you've probably spent best part of 40 to 50 quid just getting the screen replaced. Now, let's take into account that the 7-inch version of these is only £49.99. Now, if you've got to replace the screen and it costs you about 40 quid to replace it, then, you know, you might as well have just gone out and brought a new one, which is one of the sort of like buying points of these things, is they are cheap. They are the bottom end of the price range. Now, the 8-inch is, at the moment, and sometimes it does change, currently on Argos's site, and this is the only place you can buy it from, you can only buy Alba products from Argos because it's Argos's own brand, is $69.99. Sometimes it's $79.99. At the moment, they've got a discount on it. So, and then there's the 10-inch, which is, so if I remember, that's £90. So that's $89.99. So, you know, if you can replace the screens yourself, if they get damaged, then that's fine. But if you can't, then you're going to have to send it away, and that's going to be expensive. So, moving on, the 3 different sizes. The Alba 7-inch is just under 50 quid. The 8-inch is just under 80, sometimes it's 70, depending on whether they're having a price discount, and the 10-inch is 90, just under £90. But don't forget, factor in a hard case, because that will cost you around £5 to £10, but it will save you money in the long run. It will protect the screen, which these do not. They just protect the edge. And even then, when these were on, the screen still broke when they dropped the tablet. So, the newer versions come with the updated version of Android. They currently run the Android 7 operating system, which is, and they always name their Android operating systems after sweets. So Android 7 is Nougat, Android 6 was Marshmallow, Android 5 was Lollipop, 4 was Kit Kat. So running the latest version if you buy one new. So they come with built-in speakers, they're Wi-Fi enabled, they have Bluetooth, they have the 3.5mm stereo headphone jack, which is a standard size. They come with a microphone, mini HDMI and a micro USB, if you've seen. Now, battery life depends on the size of the tablet you get. So you can expect somewhere with the 10 for about 9 hours, with the 8 about 6 hours, and the 7-inch will last somewhere about the 4.5 hours. Now it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a lot of gaming, because you do have access to the Play Store, the Android Store, so you can download games, and some of those are free, some of those aren't. You know, you have to keep an eye on what your child's doing and what they're trying to install. Now, obviously, if you're trying to install something, then it will require a credit card, because these things don't come with mobile phone SIMs. There's no SIM connection to this, so connect it to your Wi-Fi. But obviously, your child can't buy anything if they haven't got access to a credit card, because they shouldn't have. But yeah, battery life. The 8-inch. My children, they've had these for a couple of years now. So a year, yeah, over a year. So coming up to a year and a half. And the battery life does last a few hours on the 8-inch. I can pretty much say that. And they tend to play Minecraft Pocket Edition and Roblox on these. So they get a good few hours out of that. But yeah, I think as a budget tablet, they're well worth the money. Definitely good little tablets. If you haven't got a lot of money to spend, or you don't want to spend a lot of money, then these are the kiddies for you. You could buy an equivalent iPad, but then you're looking at £300, and that's ridiculous. You don't want to put that kind of money in the hands of your children. Even some of the Amazon tablets or some of the other ones are 100 plus. That's ridiculous. You can't afford to put that kind of money in your child's hands, which is why I recommend these. They are good. They are nippy little tablets. I've considered getting the 10-inch for myself, because it's I'm not particularly an Android, an iPhone fan. I'm more of a fan. I lean towards Android. So yeah, I think these are good tablets, and I recommend them. They're certainly worth the amount of time that my kids have played on, despite the fact that we've got 2 of these, and both of them had the screen replaced 3 times in the first 3 months whilst they were wearing these. And when we've got these hard cases, the screen's never broke again. So there's a life lesson for you. So anyway, fantastic little tablets, well worth the money. You can only get them from Argos, and get a hard case for it. That way you'll save yourself some grief and misery in the long run. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope you found this really useful. Please like and subscribe our channel, and we'll see you in our other reviews. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.